All right, we've had some confusing data mines this week, and we're going to go over the blog post because the blog post is going to go over the fallen dimension. And it looks like it's going to be centered around the vigilante team, but I believe there are going to be ways to sidestep that. And then also, Hitmonkey will be coming out on Monday, the 21st. Quick overview. Battle and Raids and Battle and Fallen Dimension, which we're going to go over the details and requirements for that here shortly. Starts on the 21st. It says Battle and Raids with Vigilante and Battle and Fallen Dimensions earn orbs for Monkey Business event. There's been some confusion on this Monkey Business event. Looks like there are going to be Crimson Bio orbs, and then there's going to be a leaderboard which has Gear Tier 20 mutant pieces. Bonus points for opening Daredevil Diamond orbs. Okay. Which my understanding from what it says in the blog post is that's going to be the last time that those are available. Earn ally supply orbs and battle and raids on the 21st. And then that'll come with this Crimson Storm event starting on the 21st. Showcase energy on the 21st. Spend Vigilante Showcase energy for the Starlight Vigil milestone in the command center beginning on the 21st. So, weekly bog, monkeying around. So Monkey King, like we just said, is going to be coming to the game on the 21st for offers, of course, right? Battle Pass featuring Havoc. And I got to say that, these strike passes or these battle passes, I have not been buying all of them. I've been buying the ones that have things that I need, like the last one I have not bought yet, but maybe I will. But right now, like the one that didn't have any character shards in was of no interest. I have some interest. Havoc seems okay. All right, let's get into the events, and we're going to read this Age of the Annihilus. The drums of war echo across the universe, signaling imminent doom. Annihilus approaches. The negative zone warlord's massive war against the multiverse is set to begin soon, ushering not only the Age of Annihilus, but also the new age of Marvel Strike Force. If you haven't already, definitely need to check out 3 recent blogs covering the big updates and improvements coming with the Age of Annihilus. The blogs dive in how chapters will work during the Age of Annihilus, completely free, incredibly powerful legendary characters you need to unlock in order to battle against Annihilus, and the way we're streamlining currencies in the Intel store, which I think is good. Can't wait to bring everyone an incredible future of Marvel Strike Force with the Age of Annihilus, so be sure to check out the blogs. So what they're saying is through engagement, you should be able to get Quasar, who looks very good, and somewhat plug and play, but of course, awesome inside of Wars. No certain way of getting the Awakened abilities, which are very impactful inside of Wars. And then they said in this video here that there were going to be red stars available in Scourges, and he said that they were going to be monthly. And I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. One of the ways that we've speculated is that there's going to be a Scourge each month. Maybe they'll be different, maybe they'll be similar, but they are going to require the Thunderbolts one in the first one, and there's going to be some red stars in there. And the question I have is, that mean that there will be an Awakened ability there? I'm not sure. Maybe like to the top 500 people. We will have to see. In the 3 Scourges, the one, because each chapter is a quarter and they have a Scourge every month. Is it going to be the same Scourge, but just different requirements? They said that there's going to be 3 teams along the way. Is each month going to have a different team requirement? Are we going to get Awakened? We don't know. But some people were saying that is going to be 1 Scourge for the 3-month period. The way this reads, the way the reads, it actually says that there's going to be 1 every month. So I think that was something that a lot of people overlooked. I know I did. I had to go back and look at it. So let's talk about Fallen Dimension. And we're going to read all of this because there was a lot of confusion on this in the data mines, and there's some inconsistencies, frankly. Strike sensors detected a pocket dimension that appears to be one enormous city ruled by criminals. The world is a nightmare for your average citizen, but it's a playground if you're a vigilante. Luckily, there's a squad perfect for this job. Activate your vigilante team and top skill characters for this special environment. Yeah, this is all about skill, skill, skill. And I know a lot of people are going to ask about Spider Society, which we're going to talk about once we get to the recommendations. Requirements: you'll need a minimum of 5 characters for every node, except for node 6, which only allows 3 characters. There are no gear requirements, but we recommending having characters at minimum of 17, 4 yellow, 3 reds, and level 5 green ISO. So low requirements. Here are the individual mission requirements. So vigilante in all of them. Mission 6 is where there's only 3 characters, and then skill can be used as well. And then starting in mission 3, it'll be skill and city, and there's 2 nodes. The first 2 nodes, skill and city, then they have skill and villain, skill cosmic, skill global, skill villain, and then it starts to repeat. Vigilante be able to use in all of them, right? So here are some of the top characters in each of those categories. So this is skill city. Now, this is also will include the vigilante team, right? And I know a lot of people say, Spider Society. And I'm optimistic that Spider Society will be useful here because I think a lot of people have good access to strong Spider Society teams. I do want to say that at this time, I would suggest to not put any more resources into Spider Society in advance of this event coming up because I'm not sure how much longer this team is going to be viable. I do think this team is seen better days, and my suggestion is to focus on post-Ares teams and characters, and I'm going to guess that this is most certainly tuned for Vigilante, and the only character in Vigilante that I think is suspect is Elektra. I think there's some use for Punisher, and then of course the 3 new ones. So this is Skill City, and right here we have Skill Villain. Endgame Thanos seems like a good pick for the Professor X saga. He's also a post-Ares character. Also worth noting that Taskmaster, in theory, is going to get a rework for the Thunderbolts team. So I guess you could work on him in advance, but the stats have not hit yet. I'm not sure when that is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen before or after the event. So that's Skill Villain. Then we got Skill Cosmic. Again, in-game Thanos. Here we have some other choices with Moondragon, who had a rework with the Astral team, and then Lilandra is Starjammers, and also is a requirement for the Professor X saga. So she needs to be going to gear tier 20, overpowered 11 at one point or another. And then lastly, we got Skill Global. The reworked characters here would be Captain Sam, Peggy Carter. Taskmaster should be getting a rework at some time in the future. And then Black Knight is not a post-Ares. He's a pre-Ares character. I just like Black Knight. I just do. But anyways, Captain America and Peggy Carter have that reworked already. So there are the requirements. Now, we're going to read this, what the rewards are. And then there's going to be an Omega version, which has basically just a vigilante requirement. In exchange for bringing justice to this lawless dimension, Strike is rewarding commanders with diamond orbs, personal ISO, gold, trading modules, armory, 18 and 19 orbs, crimson gear materials, crimson raid orbs, professional primate orbs. Afterwards, challenge yourself to the mega version of this fallen dimension to earn more professional primate orbs. Now, the professional primate orbs are going to apply toward this event a little bit further down, which we're going to read, which is Monkey Business, which I do think is going to be important because Mutant Gear Tier 20 are going to be a part of the leaderboard rewards in that. So this is the part that is bonus and is going to be harder. Fallen Dimension Omega. We've got a juicy mission for our top commanders. Fallen Dimension Omega is a true test for the cream of the crop, the deadliest enemies you'll find in this dimension. If you've got what it takes, we have some nice professional primate orbs rewards that will earn you even more points. The Monkey Business event, and the Monkey Business event is important because of the Gear Tier 20 pieces on the leaderboard. Omega requirements. All missions, including the final boss, will require 5 vigilante characters. Fallen Dimension will require level 90 and be challenging content for you to conquer. And at one point in time, it looked like they were requesting or requiring or recommending Gear Tier 20, which I think for right now, people that have gone through the Professor X saga, the most common configuration has been Punisher with Sable and Daredevil Modern. Hitmonkey is not out yet. Elektra was proving to be a liability for some players that have already finished the Professor X saga. So for me, my plan was to take those three characters, Daredevil Modern, Sable, and Punisher, up to 20 over time with Blade and Oath. If I can get there to get through it. But right now, you know, gear tier, again, 20 gear is super scarce. A lot of people don't even have a single character gear tier 20. I'm a little bit ahead of the curve with 4. All right. Then in the command center, King of Black, earn Knull Red Stars. The Knull Red Star milestone is back. If you unlock Knull during this April siege, this is how you earn his Red Stars. Now, I want to back up a bit. I forgot to go over our data mine that ties to this right here because there was some confusion on the monkey thesis. Actually, I guess we could read this, but it's tied to this. I just want to skip over to this monkey business part. Enact street justice and raids to dig into diamonds for Hitmonkey and BioGear. And the reason why this is important is because that fallen dimension is going to feed into this. How to score points. Raid. Battle and raids with vigilante characters and earn professional primate orb fragments, which is coming from the fallen dimension, and open up to 5 of these limited Daredevil diamond orbs. So the last chance to open these orbs. Big rewards. Gear tier 19 BioGear and X coins. So what they've been talking about so far is BioGear, and this is why it was a little bit confusing. Leaderboard rewards, dig up diamonds for Hitmonkey and mutant gear. A lot of people thought it was going to be BioGear based off of what it says here. I don't know why they would do it this way, and I'm not sure that this is 1000% accurate. The way that I'm reading this is that the leaderboard is tied to mutant gear, and the other part is gear tier 19 BioGear. And it says BioGear up there. And the data mine doesn't mention mutant gear at all. It says monkey businesses, earn X coins and Crimson BioGear. Commander, get ready for the monkey business milestones. Gain progress in this event by using vigilante team and raids, all the same. Earning professional primary orbs from the fallen dimension, all the same. And you opening Daredevil modern diamond orbs. Compete for the Hitmonkey diamonds. Earn fantastic rewards, including X coins, X-Man badge, Crimson BioGear, so again, bio, diamond orbs, dark promotion credits, and more. No mention of mutant G20s, right? Which is part of the leaderboards. And you'll earn some points towards a month-long X-Men in Space milestone, collecting the valuable Cerebral helmet. Okay. Professional primate contains shards for Liberty and Starjammer teams, along with L4 training modules and Crimson gear. So that's what's going to be in those orbs, which was also a part of that fallen dimension, including the mega part. And the mega part is the part that is tied solely to having the vigilante team. They're trying to pitch it as something bonus. Fallen dimension will require level 2. So the final boss will require 5 vigilante characters, right? And you'll get extra professional primate orbs and points towards the monkey business event, which could lead to gear tier 20 mutant pieces, if that is correct. Okay, so I don't want to go. I think that's going to do it for today. The rest of the blog post is somewhat routine. We've also got Twitch drops, which have been running for, I don't know, a month and a half or so. Looks like it's going to continue. I'm going to guess that it's going to go for at least another 2 weeks. It resets from Monday to Monday. And you get gold power cores and then 500 L3 training modules, which is the same as 250 L4 training modules. The difference there between the purple and orange is a multiple of 2. And my understanding, and I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've heard. If they gave out the L4s, there's certain parts in the game at certain commander levels that can't use the L4s. So what they're doing is they're giving out $50 bills instead of $100 bills, but that still adds up to the same amount. 6 one way, half a dozen in another. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye for now.